Good morning and welcome to an introduction to farming partnership agreements in Scotland. My name is Petra Grunenberg. I am a partner at Shepherd and Wedderburn in the rural team, and I'm an accredited specialist with the Law Society and Agricultural Law. I deal quite a lot with partnerships, and the intention today is really just to give you a feeling for the main clauses which you would wish to include and the relevance of some of the clauses. So let's get started. So first of all, I just want to explain what would happen if you did not have a partnership agreement in place. So the law on partnerships in Scotland is still governed by the Partnership Act 1890. There have been some slight changes to it since, but nothing really major. So that is still your main piece of legislation. So any partnerships which are active in Scotland will be governed by the rules set out in this piece of legislation, unless where you have made other provisions within a partnership agreement, and that would have to be a written partnership agreement between the partners of the partnership. Where there is no written partnership agreement in place, or where the agreement is silent on a number of matters, the Partnership Act 1890 will continue to apply. So it's important to be aware of that. If certain things are not governed by your agreement, it will be the legislation that will kick in. It is important really to be aware of that because there are still so many partnerships in Scotland where no formal agreement has been entered into between the partners, and the lack of such a written agreement may have unintended consequences, particularly in relation to profit share allocation and termination or winding up of the partnership in the event of a death or a retirement of a partner. As such, it is always our recommendation that parties enter a formal partnership agreement to record and regulate the matters agreed between them in relation to their ongoing partnership. Now, a partnership agreement can be entered into prior to the commencement of a partnership, but more often than not, we see partnership agreements entered into in relation to partnerships which have already been in operation or in existence for quite some time. A partnership agreement should be entered into between all the partners and signed for agreement by all the partners. So it's not possible for a number of the partners to agree without the consent of the others. If after completion of a partnership agreement, additional partners are assumed or some retire from the partnership, you should prepare an addendum to the agreement at that point, and that should be entered into by the remaining partners and the new partner, detailing such assumption or retirement and noting any amendments needed as a result to the original partnership agreement. So let's get into the detail then of what we are looking for in partnership agreements.